Welcome in, Shiva and Roxanne. Welcome in, Shiva and Roxanne. Welcome in, everybody. We're doing a story time read tonight. Welcome in, Shiva and Roxanne. Welcome in, everybody. We're doing a story time read tonight. So if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not opening the table tonight. Tonight's a closed reading. I may open the table maybe tomorrow night. We'll see how it goes. You can get your own personal reading over at Hipsy. Again, I have opened up my hours from 12 till 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So check out the Hipsy link in my link bio here on YouTube or in the description box for further information. You get 50% off on the first 15 minutes of your session with me if it's your first session over at Hipsy. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Hope everybody had a good Tuesday. Great Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light, please be here to provide a message for my collective in a storytime read. Let any messages be for our best and highest good, and let any ill will towards my life or towards myself or my collective be automatically transmuted into prosperity, healing, courage, and clarity. Any residue left over from that, any ill will, any baneful magic, let it be automatically returned to sender and bound to them. As we don't play games over here. These asshole, dumbass karmics, if they want to feel that they want to play stupid games, let them win stupid prizes. We're here about empowerment, healing, and courage, and clarity over in this neck of the woods. If you're not into that, keep scrolling. Great Spirit, please give us the messages that will keep us 10 steps ahead of our haters and those that are coming against us, to empower us and to help us align to our highest timeline and leave these dusty, crusty, musty MFers in the dust. Oh, did I mention happy holidays? Welcome in, Maureen. I've been up since, what, 5 o'clock this morning? No, even before that. So, I won't be on here for very long. That's why I'm not opening up the table. I'm burning the midnight oil. Just gonna roll me a quick cigarette. Let everybody jump in. Give everybody time to get in. You potentially could rewind if you missed something, but I figure I'd wait a little bit. Let the gang get in. Welcome in, Dulcie. The channeled message I got earlier had me in a bit of frustration. This whole idea that forgive them for they know not what they do. A lot of these karmics are doing some things that are absolutely deplorable. All the while, the light workers, the shamans, the crystal children, the indigos, the earth angels, the chosen, we're all here trying to elevate consciousness. We're all here trying to elevate the world. We're all out here trying to raise the vibration of the planet through awareness, through justice. And we got these dumbass karmics out here throwing wrenches into the plan. And the thing is, the irony of it all, these karmics are so wounded and so jaded from their past and from all the stuff that they're carrying, all the pressure and all the trauma that they're carrying, that they would sooner wreak havoc and chaos than actually join in on that healing and empowerment. It's very mind-boggling. The fact that they wouldn't be inspired to join in the raising of the frequency. They would rather sooner create chaos. It really makes you think. Like they would sooner try to lower somebody's frequency by creating drama and by creating situations that really don't need to even be had. And this is why I talk a lot about the karmic energy on here, because all I'm trying to do is spread awareness. I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm not trying to be out here trying to be an asshole. That's not the projective here. I'm trying to create some sort of awareness to make you think. Maybe go within and do your own inner healing. To empower yourself to rise above it. To bring peace to the world instead of chaos. And I find it very oddly ironic that these people would sooner diminish the light than be a part of it. I know what it's like being in my self mode. I know what it's like to be in the karmic energy. But I got sick and tired of the drama. I got sick and tired of the bullshit. And that in itself is what empowered me and inspired me to rise above it. And to keep going and to keep fighting and to prevail. But we got these people out here that choose to just not do anything. But create chaos and havoc. And then it's not like they even take accountability or apologize. They just go about their merry way and act like it's all fine and good and like nothing even happened. Not realizing the damage they've already done. And they've done damage to loyal people that would stand with them, that would, you know, validate them. But these people out here, they decide to manipulate and triangulate and lie and deceive. It boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. It put me into a bit of a meditation today, and I don't know. Made me think, well, like, why bother? What's the point? And it's weird because they feel more intimidated by the light than recognizing the light that they have within them. They'd rather let their trauma and their insecurities take over. And the thing is I can see it from both experiences. It's not easy to heal. It's not easy to sit there and be accountable for your own for your own shit. It's not easy to open your mind up to new possibilities when you're in karmic energy. Because when darkness is all you know, and you've got so much darkness around you that you can't open up to the light that's within you, that gives you life. Every day you open your eyes, it's another chance to make things better. But they still choose to create chaos where there is none. I don't know. All right, Spirit, what's the overall message for what's the overall energy for the evening? What's the overall energy for this tonight's story time? Seven of Pentacles, hard work, investment. Keep going. Harvest is here. Harvest is coming. It's not in vain. We got the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck in the reverse, and we've got the Two of Pentacles in the top. And this is kind of bringing me back to my little candle, my little candle working there back a couple months back. And I had lit a black candle that was full, and I had lit a white candle that was 3/4 full. So the white candle even had a head start. Okay. And I lit the black candle to clear out any negative energy and to banish any cords that didn't serve me. And I lit the white candle for the light to be shone, to shine on the darkness, to make it flee, and to reveal that what needs to be revealed in order to obtain some sort of victory or success, not only for myself, but for my tribe and for the people of the world. And if you didn't know it, the black candle burnt down pretty well all the way to nothing. And the white candle was left burning still after the black candle had burned away. I think the white candle decided to burn for another extra hour and a half, 2 hours after that. And it was relatively the same type of wax. And so I found it rather odd. But it was definitely a symbolic message there stating that the light always will prevail. And to continue to move forward in whatever endeavor you're called upon, specifically if it's divinely driven and divinely guided, knowing that you will be protected in your endeavors and your journey. So continue doing the work, stay the course, collective. And Spirit's saying something about time being of the essence, that things will balance out. You just have to continue having faith that everything is going to work out. We got the Wheel of Fortune popping out too. So it's all divinely guided. All right, Spirit. So what kind of a layout are we having tonight? A 4 level 6? Okay. I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I'm going to take from the top, Spirit. Welcome in, Tiger. I'm going to take 1 for 1, just to keep it simple. I'm going to do it just a little different than what I usually do. I don't feel like shuffling all night. I'm just going to shuffle them now and pull from the top. Any other clarification that I need, I will use the triple thread. Yeah, maybe I will do a triple threat tonight. All right. What are we starting off with, Spirit? All right, we got the Ace of Pentacles starting off. We got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The Hermit reversed. The Six of Cups. The King of Swords. And the High Priestess in the reverse. All right. So the clarification is a Nine of Wands. We've got the Four of Swords in the reverse. We've got the Six of Wands. We've got the Two of Wands. We got the Nine of Cups and the Fool in reverse. So starting off with the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, it's looking like there's a new endeavor, a new foundation, a new beginning, a new job, a new business. There's definitely something starting. And whoever this is moving for, I've got goosebumps. Whoever this is moving for, it's got the Nine of Wands clarifying it. And we have the Seven of Wands as the clarifier of those two. So there's definitely a new endeavor. After a lot of trials and tribulations, I do feel that you are having the upper hand in this endeavor, whatever that might be for you. And you're being asked to stand on guard, stand on business, stand 10 toes down. There's a Seven of Wands here speaking on the fact that you're having to defend yourself because of this new endeavor. And I feel that there's been roadblocks, red tape, trials and tribulations, challenges, all the way through to bring you to this Ace of Pentacles. So I think with this, there's been a lot of experience. There's a lot that you've experienced and sacrificed. There's a lot that you've learned throughout this endeavor, throughout the beginning of this endeavor. This could also be a new job coming in. Is this happening now? Is it happening, or did it already happen in the past? This is up for you and your own debate. However, I do feel that you will be getting the upper hand because of the energy, and this Ace of Pentacles is really having divine guidance. We have the full moon in the background as well. So I do feel that this is definitely some sort of a divine manifestation. This is definitely something that you've been divinely called to do. And it's almost as if there's an energy out here that's trying to keep you from moving forward with this endeavor. And you're being asked to stand your ground on this. We got the Nine of Pentacles sitting next to it with the Four of Swords in the reverse. So because of this new endeavor, some of the challenges is that there are energies out here that is energetically or financially or stability-wise, they're very dependent. And there's a lot of anxiety to this. It's almost like they're getting their hand caught in the cookie jar. Somebody's getting caught with their hand in the cookie jar, so to speak. And with this happening, I feel that there's some sort of an awakening. With the Hermit in reverse and the Six of Wands, this great awakening is helping you get the upper hand. This awakening is helping you get some sort of victory or success in the realization of recognizing your inner light and allowing it to guide you forward. And again, we've got the clarification as the triple threat with the Six of Wands, clarifying the Six of Wands and the Hermit. So not only are you getting victory, you're getting victory and success regarding this. It's like a freight train that cannot be stopped. This is divinely protected. And you are on your way. You are on the right track is what this is telling me. It's also speaking about you're not late for the party. You're right on time. So if you feel like you're missing out or that you're falling behind, you're not. You're right where you need to be, right in the moment of what you need to be focusing on at this time. And I'm also picking up the fact that the divine is guiding you through this. So there's no really way of screwing this up, collective. You just have to continue having the faith, and you need to continue moving forward and to just stay focused. Okay? Whoever this is, I feel that you're getting double for the trouble. So despite the fact that you've had to stick up for yourself, despite the fact that you've had to go through trial and tribulations, despite the fact that you've been siphoned off of and somebody's trying to put you in some sort of an anxiety or some sort of a upset to where you can't rest or can't sleep, you're still receiving some sort of an awakening throughout this experience. You're still receiving victory. You're still receiving success. And I think this is why you're getting double for your trouble. Now, this is a past energy with the Six of Cups. And this Six of Cups, this past energy with the Six of Cups, is very nostalgic. There very well could be good memories. There very well could be sad memories. Either way, there's definitely a nostalgia. This could be dealing with your childhood that's come to pass. So you may have had visions or dreams, prophetic dreams of some sort, of the past that has kind of guided you and molded you into who you are right now. And although, you know, those battles that if it doesn't kill you, then it makes you stronger, I really don't believe that anymore after what I've been through. Because these battles, they've been extremely taxing, right? And it almost puts you in a numb energy. It almost puts you in a position where you are kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. And I'm picking that up with the Two of Wands in reverse. You're very reluctant to create any type of partnerships. You're reluctant to create any type of situations where, you know, there's new partnerships, or you're moving through to another crossroads, or, you know, you're really using your discernment as to who you're sharing your intentions with. And with the third clarification, we have the Four of Cups. So what you've experienced, it really hasn't brought a lot of satisfaction yet, even though you are receiving some sort of victory. Okay? And I do feel that it's been trialed, and it's been a very trying time. It's been very stressful for you. You've had no other choice but to keep moving forward, continuing to stick up for yourself, continuing to stand 10 toes down despite it all. Now, with this past energy and the Two of Wands, it's almost as if somebody's not coming with you. And this could be somebody from the past that you're leaving behind, because certain things are not satisfactory with these particular relationships. And with the King of Swords out here in the reverse, with the Nine of Cups, it's almost as if somebody's trying to make you out to be something that you're not. Somebody's not allowing you to receive some sort of justice. Even so, you are successful. Even so, you are receiving some sort of victory. They're trying to downplay it. And this is the energy of wish fulfillment, that they could downplay you and discredit you and kind of defame your character with lies and deception in order to thwart you and cause you burdens and some sort of challenges along the way. However, despite the lies, that you're really unbothered, okay? And I really do feel that you are still receiving wish fulfillment regarding this. And the thing is that not only are they discrediting you, and you are unbothered with this, okay? I'm really picking up with the Nine of Cups and the triple clarification of the Ace of Cups that's out here. I really feel that you've learned to consider yourself, okay? And I really kind of picking up that people are out here calling you selfish for choosing you. People are calling you selfish and inconsiderate for choosing yourself and pouring into yourself and focusing on your own healing, right? And your own empowerment. Because you really can't, you really can't pour into anyone or show any type of compassion if you don't show yourself compassion. There's a bit of a balance there, right? And I'm really kind of picking up the fact that you are reaching some sort of wish fulfillment within yourself and a whole, as a whole being, as a whole person within your heart. And because you are focusing on yourself, and because you're focusing on compassion and love with the Ace of Cups here, despite how other people misunderstand you on purpose, you're still finding some sort of completeness within yourself. This is not a negotiation. There's no debate with this. And the people that are trying to bring you down and set you back, they're spinning their wheels because it's not working. Because there's really not much that you can do to someone when they are, you know, when they love themselves, when they feel complete, right? And because you've done the work, and because you've rose above it, and because you're sticking up for yourself, and despite the trials and tribulations, you're still continuing to receive success and victory, okay, in this endeavor. It's because of the work that you, and the time and the energy that you've invested into pouring into you. And I think this is very, very substantial when it comes back to the High Priestess here. And what you don't see coming is that these people want you to second guess what you're actually doing. Meanwhile, you've been validated. You've been validated through your own course of action. So for someone else that is unhealed to question your healing, it's almost as if they're an oxymoron, right? It's almost as if they have not a clue and they have no grounds to stand on regarding this. And with the High Priestess in reverse, they're trying to disempower you and take away your power. They are illegitimizing the fact that you can call your power back. And it's almost like a relentless energy trying to keep you guessing, to try to keep you in a fog, to try to keep you almost in question and in anxiety from continuing to move forward. And all this is really doing is that they're trying to bring a demise to you, but it's becoming your rise. It's becoming your ultimate success. So they're damned if they do, damned if they don't, because you're still going to receive the success that you're meant for, because you're walking with the divine. And this is one thing that I really don't feel that they're wrapping their head around. We got the Queen of Swords here. You're nurturing your truth. So these people to come in and gaslight you and make you question what you're dealing with, to try to disempower you, is only showing who they are as an individual and what their intentions are. Has nothing to do with you, collective. And the fact that you're nurturing your truth, the fact that you're focused on the truth of the matter and you're moving forward anyway, despite it all, in spite of their inadequacy and their insecurities, you're still continuing to move forward. So continue pouring into yourself, whether it's satisfactory or not. Be a little bit more compassionate to yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be your own worst critic. Okay? Learn to support your endeavors. Learn to support the effort that you've already put in, the blood, sweat, and tears that you've already put through to get to where you are. Because the feeling that I'm picking up on is, despite the fact that you've healed, despite the fact that you're rising, despite the fact that you're empowering yourself, I'm really kind of getting with this misunderstanding you on purpose, okay? All they're doing is really showing their own intentions. Their masks are slipping, their masks are cracking, they're falling off. And I've been speaking on this for quite a few months now. That those that choose to bring about a thwarting and a sabotage to you, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them and who they are and what they choose to bring to the table. And a lot of these people are doing absolutely nothing with their life. A lot of these people are feeling inadequate about themselves and about their possibilities. But they think that they have every right to speak on the people that are actually doing the work and doing the healing. So really take a step back, collective, and understand where it's coming from. Okay? It's coming from a wounded individual that chooses not to heal, that chooses to be stubborn. Okay? And this comes back to the overall energy of continuing to move forward. Let's check out the next side. All right, so we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. We have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse. We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. And we have the Death card. So again, I'm coming back to the fact that they're throwing rocks and hiding their hands, and they're misunderstanding you on purpose. They're not seeing it for the truth. They're seeing it for what they want to see of it. And with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse of siphoning energy, they feel that it's a one-way street. It's like I'm really getting a very entitled energy, that they feel very entitled to your success because you're building it, because you're healing, because you are in this energy of empowerment. They feel entitled to this. They feel entitled to pour, you know, to siphon this from you, right? I'm really getting a very superficial, very greedy, very materialistic energy at the helm here. And I feel that because of your success, they're losing sleep over it. And it's a real shame. Now, with the Hermit in the reverse and the double Six of Wands, we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So whoever you are, you've dealt with a very, very toxic family dynamic, and you've overcome it. And I'm really kind of picking up on a curse breaker. Definitely a curse breaker, somebody that's had to walk away from their toxic family. You've had to walk away from very toxic dynamics. This could be love dynamics, this could be friendships, this could be family related. Either way, it's been nothing but chaos. And yet, what was supposed to dim you out and leave you in shambles and dark nights of the soul, consecutive dark nights of the soul, you're actually getting some sort of success and victory due to this chaos. And it's almost as if you are using the Dark Elite's playbook against them, of their order out of chaos. And I'm really picking that up, that you are receiving some sort of order and peace out of chaos, despite it all. This marks you as a true warrior, collective. So please understand, your idea and your way of alchemy is absolutely profound. The people that you are inspiring will see you for who you are, where the people that you are intimidating will see you who you're not. And they will do it on purpose. Okay? Now, with this Six of Cups energy, this very nostalgic energy, and the unsatisfactory aspect of the Four of Cups, as well as the Two of Wands in reverse. And this is like a person or an energy being left behind and left to juggle to their own vices. And because of this, I feel with the lies that they've spoken on, the lies that they've told, the deception that they've tried to create, all the while, here you are pouring into yourself, here you are finding your completeness, here you are loving you, pouring into your own cup, bringing yourself to a newfound love, compassionate vibration or frequency. Somebody's in their head, because all the lies that they told, all the deception, all the chaos that they enveloped upon you and sent your way, has them all up in their head. And I'm really kind of picking up on the fact that the tables are turning, and everything that they wished for you is happening to them. And everything that they've wanted for you to be in this dark night of the soul, consecutive, they are now finding themselves in that exact energy. So, with that being said, the fact that they're trying to disempower you, the fact that they're trying to get you to question your reality and question your ability to move forward, all the while here you are nurturing your truth, right? You're nurturing your truth and knowing where you stand. It's bringing a death and an ending to this disempowerment, to this disenfranchising energy. This cycle is, if not already, is about to end. It's about to close out. Okay? And I really feel that they are not going to have the upper hand in this because it's already been divinely written that you have the upper hand. You are getting that success despite it all. Okay? And Spirit's saying that it is your time. It is your time. It is your season. It is your era to be successful and to find victory in the endeavors in what you pour yourself into. Okay? So let's look into the clarification of this. I'm really picking up on a Gemini energy. And the fact that this cycle is ending out, it's a huge injustice for them because they poured in so much investment into ruining you, into taking your power away. And it's all because you chose yourself. It's all because you did not allow this person back in and you said no to this particular toxic dynamic. Okay? Now, with the Page of Swords, it's being clarified by the Knight of Wands. And all of these lies and deception was basically to keep you from moving forward, from taking action, and to act out of character. With the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, this is about a one-way street. However, the fact that you're focusing on yourself, it's really bringing in a very much a unsatisfactory idea that they're siphoning off of you to begin with because you're focusing on yourself. You're not focusing on anybody else. Okay? Now, you may still be having friends and you may be, but you're keeping yourself out of the drama. Now, with the Ten of Cups, we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And a lot of these family members have band together to bring about some sort of discontentment and lies and deception. This is definitely a defamation of character. And it's all due to the fact that you found your inner light and you're now letting it guide you. And by doing so, you're finding out that what was hidden from you. You're finding out that there were lies and deception. Like, it's really picking up on the fact that they're smiling in your face and laughing behind your back, ridiculing you, judging you, criticizing you, and lying on you. Creating a lot of deception, a lot of lies, a lot of chaos, and really trying to keep you from moving forward at all costs. With the Two of Pentacles in the reverse and the Two of Swords, with the Six of Cups, you've made that major decision to move forward, okay? Despite the Two of Wands in reverse, you're not moving forward with this connection. You're not moving forward with any type of inspiration. I'm really picking up on the fact that you're not really taking on any new developments or commitments at this time. I do feel that it's a divinely guided situation. But I do feel there's a lot of truth with this Two of Swords that is being revealed, not necessarily by what you see, but by what you feel and by what you hear. Okay? You're using your other senses other than your visual in order to create some sort of decision here. And I'm really picking up on the breadcrumbs. So you're following the breadcrumbs. Okay? And it's really kind of revealing who is creating this imbalance. Okay? It's bringing you clarity. And I'm really picking up on a lot of pattern recognition with this and a lot of insight regarding the past. And the fact that it's been redundant, it's been consistent. And if you're sitting there doing absolutely nothing, and there are still things being thrown at you, there's still things being done, and if you're doing nothing, how can it be you? And I think that you've come to this realization that a lot of this anxiety that you're in it's not even yours. Okay? A lot of this energy, a lot of this feeling, a lot of this experience that you're having has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the people that are doing this stuff to you to sabotage your forward movement. You've taken the time to stop and just observe, being in observer mode. And what you're recognizing is that the sabotage is still coming. So it's nothing that you're doing to yourself. Because when you take time out in isolation or solitude to really go deep into your subconscious, to really heal those traumas and empower yourself, you tend to notice that despite you've stopped all action, you've stopped all situations, even for a moment, right? You still sense and see actions being taken. But because it's not being done by you, you're recognizing that this isn't a you problem, this is a them problem, right? And it's really kind of picking up on an energy that they're just doing too much. They're revealing who they are. They're revealing their intentions. They're revealing their actions. Okay? And I really feel that this is bringing you to a whole new realization about these past endeavors. And with the Four of Cups here, I can honestly say that it is definitely not satisfying. I do feel that it's got you in a kind of a funk, which is warranted considering. But this is the main reason as to why you've chosen not to utilize this relationship. This is why you've chosen to stay to yourself. This is why you are focusing on your own cup and filling your own cup. Because of this displeasure of the depletion and the one-way street and the entitlement of these people in this chaos and the trials and tribulations that you've experienced, trying to keep you juggling, to try to keep you from making a decision, to keep questioning it. And this is one of the biggest takeaways as being an observer. When you're not reacting to their abuse, they do too much. They reveal themselves. They ultimately reveal who they are. And you see the injustice for what it is. And this is ultimately what's ending it. The awareness, the awakening of this awareness regarding this injustice and this imbalance. Okay? I'm really picking up on an energy that you are very methodical. You very much think before you say, think before you do. Because everything resides within the frequency of intention. And if you're going to move forward, you are going to move forward with integrity. You're going to move forward with compassion. You're going to move forward with understanding, love. Okay? Because you take accountability for your actions. You're taking accountability for your environment. But you can only do so in the divine orchestration of your experience. When you are guided, guarded, and protected by the divine, it is divinely orchestrated. So when you are being divinely led to or called to a particular endeavor, such as the Ace of Pentacles, okay, and because it is divinely led, you are automatically divinely protected. So ultimately, all of these people in the past energy that's created all this chaos, they're ultimately revealing who they are. They're ultimately showing their face. They're showing their true intentions by how they react. to the fact that you are in your sovereign essence of who you are. And they clearly don't like that. But the fact that they choose to continue to be relentless in their sabotage and in their chaos, it's evident that they are revealing themselves, creating this injustice. And not only are they creating this injustice, they're now going through that same dark night of the soul that they wished upon you. When you walk in your sovereignty, when you are complete as a being, as a human being here on earth, and you are walking in your sovereignty, in your sacred sovereignty, okay, and you are doing the work of the divine, even if it is to observe and to be as a witness to reality in this time and place, just the fact that you are a human being, you are being you in your full capacity, in your full sovereignty, okay? Some of our missions here on earth as chosen ones, as earth angels, is just simply to stand and witness the chaos and the calamity in order to bring that awareness and that understanding back to source consciousness, okay, with our uploads, okay? We are of the watchers, okay? We are of the the master manifestors, okay? We are the children of the moon to some degree. Now those that have the M in the hand and the crescent moon in the hand and the X on the hand, these are sacred symbols. I just happen to have them both on both hands, okay? And we are the watchers. We are the watchers of the moon. We are the keepers of the sacred feminine. Whether we are whether we are men or women, we are the keepers of the magic. Okay. I do feel there's something along that line that's going to be activated very soon for us. Quite a few different prophets have stated this in the past, and we are in tune for activation soon. So be looking forward to that, collective. It's bound to get interesting. However, the thing is that all of the work that these imbeciles and these chaotic morons, we'll call them, decided to bestow upon you in your experience and revealed their hand, revealed who they truly were through their own intentions, they're seeing this as an injustice on their plan. This is why the darkness does not win. Because the darkness always gets revealed by the light. And the darkness is such a coward that it flees from the light. Okay? So really kind of understand as to how powerful you actually are. And really take that into perspective. The triple clarification here for the second row. Due to the lies and the defamation and the thwarting and them trying to get you to act out of character because you are receiving this destined gift from the universe, from source consciousness with this Ace of Pentacles, they're trying to get you to act out of character. They're trying to make you into a tyrant. This is how they're trying to get you to be pictured. As if you're trying to gain control and that you are out of control. And they're trying to get you to act out of character. And the fact that they're entitled to your energy, the fact that they feel that it's a one-way street, the fact that they're very, very bitter and greedy and materialistic, and they're only thinking of themselves, it's really got them in their anxiety. Because of their greed and because of their deception, they are being disconnected from their higher power. And because it is not divinely led for them to do this and for them to siphon, this is ultimately why they are disconnected from the divine. Because they're showing their true hands, they're showing their true intention for what they're doing. Okay? And I'm really feeling that they are having no other choice now but to take accountability for what they've done. Okay? Now, the Ten of Cups and the chaos and the lies and the deception, there very well could be a Queen of Cups energy here, a water sign, but I'm really feeling that there's a bitterness with this family that casted lies, and all they can see is you receiving some sort of success, in all despite of that. And it's all due to the fact that you are allowing that divine light within you to carry you, to guide you, to protect you. And the fact that you're still receiving success after all of the chaos they've ensued and all the time and money and the sweat and tears that they've invested into this. You're still receiving success upon success. With the fact that we have the Six of Wands, clarifying the Six of Wands, and the fact that they're bitter about it with this bitter energy of the Queen of Cups, they cannot compete where they don't compare, collective. Because they fail and they choose to fail and they choose to not do the work. It is leaving them with the evidence of their actions. And they are not only having to look at themselves in the mirror and see if they're ill intention, but they are also recognizing how their lies didn't serve anybody. And despite their lies and despite their deception, they've lost all credibility. These people are losing their reputation because their masks are falling. Because I really kind of feel that on the surface, these people act as if they are compassionate. They act as if they are emotionally sound and if they're emotionally intelligent. But under the mask, they're literally riddled with bitterness. They're literally riddled with greed. Very, very selfish, very, very emotionally manipulating. And despite all this chaos that they brought to their own dynamic and their own family, their own bloodline, you are still receiving success. And I'm really picking up on a spiritual inheritance with this Ace of Pentacles. And the fact that these family members wanted it for themselves and they tried to make you out to be crazy. They've lost their integrity. They've lost their intentions. They've lost their reputation for ultimately lying. The fact that their masks falling off is a hilarity. Like, I really feel that an essence of spirit and the divine is sitting there with a box of popcorn in an absolute giggle fest. Like, the divine's got jokes. And when you take a step back and you sit in observer mode and you see it for what it is and you see how people act, and here you are, you're in a very fulfilled, whole essence, sovereign energy and frequency, and they can't match that. They can't mirror that. It's exhausting for these people. Okay, to try to match that, to try to mirror you, right? And the higher your vibration, the more you feel complete within yourself and the more you stand on business, the more you stick up for yourself, the harder it is for them to emulate, for them to mirror. And it's now getting to the point within the populace that and within humanity, that these NPCs that are empty vessels, okay, being puppeteered by these dark entities, they can't compete where they don't compare. Their true essence is being revealed to us whether they like it or not. Because they cannot, it's too exhausting for them to compete and compare to who you are and what you represent in your integrity and your sovereignty. Okay? The fact that you're sitting in this Empress energy, the fact that you're making a decision to be in this Empress energy, and the fact that you're balancing out, despite them trying to make you juggle, you're still balancing out. You're still attracting that new frequency here. And although you are not satisfied with the current status quo, and although you're not necessarily moving forward, you are finding the pattern from all of your past experiences that had you juggling and had you unsatisfied and having you in this position where you just don't want to people. You just want to focus on yourself, right? And by doing so, not only puts you in this Empress energy, it not only puts you in this observer energy, okay? It's putting you in this frequency to attract in that what is serving you. And not only by you learning through this observation, just by being a witness, collective, you are raising your frequency. Because ultimately you are learning what you do not want to be a part of, what you do not want. And as this happens, and as this awareness deepens, and as this awareness broadens due to your open mind and open heart, okay, trying to show compassion, trying to be in this compassionate, loving, supportive energy, you are seeing who is worthy of that and who isn't. Because the ones that are worthy of it, they will appreciate you, they will honor you, they will be loyal to you. And the ones that are using you, they will fall, their masks will fall, you will see them for their true intentions, you will see them for their true essence of who they are, deep within. And the fact that they can no longer mirror you, because it's so exhausting trying to mirror you, because you are in such a high frequency, it reveals their true intentions, it reveals who they truly are. And by being patient and being an observer and being of a witness for the divine, you are divinely guided, you are divinely protected in all of this. Okay? And as you bring this upload back to source consciousness, okay, this allows you to make those certain particular decisions that you need to make. But sometimes it takes patience for that endeavor or that intention or that accusation or that situation to happen in order for you to make that final decision. And this is a divine orchestration. So those that are being revealed to you at this time, you know that it's not a you thing. You are just shining your light on the darkness that's around you, and it's revealing their true colors. It's revealing their true face. And by you being an observer, you're moving forward one step at a time. And you're leaving all of these dark entity NPCs behind you. And this is why they can't sleep. This is why they're not satisfied. This is why they're all in anxiety. But this is also why you're getting this success. You're getting this victory. It's very ironic, the fact that this is tying into the message that I was speaking on as far as the channeled message earlier. It's very much the same deal. Now, this entitled greedy energy, I really picking up on a Gemini energy here. With the lovers in reverse and the fact that you chose not to, and the fact that they're thinking that it's personal, They're taking it personal, right? And the fact that they wanted to disempower you, they are now being disempowered. Okay? The fact that you are stepping in your sovereignty and you are a sovereign, compassionate, loving human being of a witness for the divine. This is one thing that they did not see coming. They did not see you choosing yourself. They did not see you healing your heart. They did not see you showing others compassion, let alone yourself, and being fulfilled as an individual. Okay, they did not see this coming. And because of this injustice, and because of the fact that they're trying to guess, and they're trying to gaslight you, they're trying to guess your next move, and because you're not moving, because you are in this observer mode, let's say, they're not getting their wish fulfillment. And quite frankly, this is creating a major injustice because they are not only not getting their wish fulfillment, okay, by siphoning you, by pulling from your energy and pulling you down into the lower frequency, okay, they're not creating the justice that they're thinking that they're creating by defaming you and tearing you down and keeping you in the lower frequency. They're not getting their wish fulfillment. They're not getting their, and they're facing an injustice. This is all coming to an end. The people out here doing the death magic, sending you death spells, death magic, and to try to ruin this, are about to meet their demise. And I think they're running scared, and they have nowhere to hide. They're ultimately having all their cups emptied. And they're having no other choice but to be emotionally dependent on this injustice. It's almost kind of giving me a feeling like, you know, if they wanted to invest all this negativity, negative frequency, they can keep that energy. Because now, if they wanted to come in and switch up that energy, you've already seen their true essence. You've already seen their true nature. You've already seen their true intention. And this, I feel, they didn't anticipate. I really feel that this is one thing that they did not anticipate. I don't think they've even seen this coming. They were hoping that you were going to react. They were hoping that you were going to look like a tyrant, that you were going to act out of character. And they felt that the lies that they told, by them creating sabotage and chaos in your life, throwing rocks and hiding their hands, they thought by you reacting, it would show face of apparently who you supposedly truly are. When ultimately, because you are being divinely guided, guarded, and protected, they're finding out way different. The tables are turning, collective. And they have no other choice but to look in the mirror and see that all they did is do it to themselves. We've got the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. Might as well go for it here. So we got the Queen of Cups. You need to continue to pour into yourself, and you need to guard your heart at this time. And I guarantee you there's going to be reconciliation somewhere along the line. They will have no other choice but to reconcile. Because their true intentions are being revealed. Because of your completeness, despite of their greediness, I really feel this is where you leave them in the dark. And it's really kind of giving me, they want to stay, they want to, they want to leave you in the dark. You're going to be leaving them in the dark, and all they're going to have the ability to do is watch. Okay? It's really giving throwing rocks and hiding their hands. And it's because they're having no other choice but to keep that energy. It's not like they can change their mind. Because changing their mind would emphasize on the fact that they were wrong. And that maybe they shouldn't have done what they did. Maybe they shouldn't have taken that action. Right? There is a Two of Cups out here. There's definitely hope. And I'll tell you right now, collective, the fact that you are receiving success upon success, you are the star. You are the star seed. You are the guiding star. You are the North Star. You are the leader. And there will be a divine union coming in for you. You are balancing your masculine and feminine energy. And once you lock in with that, okay, you will be that unstoppable freight train. Okay, because you as your own individual is one thing, but when you get with your divine counterpart, that's when things change drastically, and it's going to create some major towers for a particular family dynamic. Not only will you be getting the upper hand, but certain cycles will be ending out, and you will be getting your independence from this chaos once and for all. There will ultimately be a commitment coming out of this, a new family, the family that you choose. And not only that, your patience, your consistency, your courage, your ability to continue to moving forward methodically into this new union. Okay? And because you poured into yourself, there's certain energies out here that do not see this coming, and there's nothing that they can do to stop this, no matter what they try. They cannot stop you. And if they do not see that now, which they should have already seen it, otherwise they might as well be blind. But the fact that you're continuing to move forward, slow and steady wins the race. This is bringing you into that divine anointment. This is bringing you into that divine appointment with your higher power, and not only with your higher power, but with your divine counterpart. There's definitely a commitment. There's definitely a new foundation. There's definitely some sort of a marriage. There's definitely something substantiating the strength of this foundation that you're building for yourself. And because you are moving forward despite it all, despite the fact that all of this is happening, you're still being patient, you're still being consistent. You will have the people to collaborate with. Those people will have every essence and every calling and every direction to come and to be a part of this new family, this new dynamic, this new world, this new earth. Okay, so keep the faith, stay strong, okay, because it's all happening. Now, due to their injustice, and due to the fact that they're emotionally and energetically tied somehow, some way, but you're still nurturing your truth, you're still observing, you're still finding out the truth, they're still revealing themselves, they're actually recognizing that there is no future with you. Okay? And this family dynamic that watched you walk away, they're extremely overwhelmed because they were never balanced. You are revealing the fact that they were not anything remotely close to coherent. Okay? You are creating a situation where they have no other choice but to recognize that they are helpless, that they are literally non-playing characters. They are not main characters in their own life. They're puppets. And it's because of their choice to not heal, it's their choice to create chaos where there was none, that they are putting themselves in this endeavor. And all of this prosperity and blessings that you have coming in that they felt entitled to, they are being emptied of any type of entitlement. And I'm really feeling these energies are being put in their place by the divine. They're now having no other choice but to recognize everything that they threw at you only helped you rise. It was never going to be a part of your demise. And the fact that you're walking away, and the fact that they are left unbalanced with nothing, and all they get to do is watch the show, hopefully they stocked up on a lot of popcorn, because they're literally getting front row seats to your elevation. They're getting front row seats to your rise, to success, to victory. And the divine is basically speaking on and saying to give them a show. Because hopefully that will inspire them to finally sit and observe and recognize where they fit in the grand scheme of things. Because at this point, after all said and done, collective, they're going to be feeling pretty much a failure, pretty worthless, as they should. Because they messed with the wrong one. Whoever you are a mirror. And you reveal the truth in other people. And this is why they can't handle you. This is why they don't like you. Because your light reveals their darkness. And you're a walking exorcism to these people. And this is why you make them feel uncomfortable. Because you awaken, and you will be tapping into some new spiritual gifts where you will be exorcising their demons. These demons will have no other choice but to be revealed. They will have no other choice but to be recognized and eradicated. And for those of you that have went through that, where you've walked in the darkness to recognize your light, though we walk through the shadow of death, yada, yada, yada. You are literally a walking exorcism to these NPCs. This is why you make them uncomfortable. So continue shining that light. And as long as you stay divinely guided and you allow your higher consciousness to take the lead, and you do not get distracted by temptation, you will prevail every time. Success, double for your trouble. And they will have no other choice but to recognize it. All their lies and their deception is coming back to haunt them. And it's literally putting them through a dark night of the soul. They didn't see that coming. This whole idea that they were going to siphon what you had, now they're all in conflict because their sabotage isn't working. Their manipulation isn't working. Even throughout your awakening, and they're facing judgment. And the fact that they did not want you to excel and rise above this, now they are left with the same position, and all they get to do is see you standing with compassion. A lot of these people that have tried to thwart against you are now going through ego deaths. It's going to be very, very painful for these individuals, I'll tell you that much. This is their great awakening, and you are their catalyst. You have a lot of new offers coming in. Your path forward is going to be very fruitful. And those that chose to manipulate you, they will be juggling with their life. This siphoning energy will have no other choice but to look back at the past. And I'll tell you right now, I've spoken on this before, where the ones that chose not to heal, the ones that chose not to do the work in the last 2.5 years, it's all going to come at them at once. And they're not going to be able to handle it. There's going to be a lot of people dropping like flies because of the feeling and because of the work that they did not do. The fact that they chose not to go about their healing and show compassion to themselves and raise their frequency, they're not going to make it. Okay? And the fact that they're not moving forward, they're going to be running scared. They're going to be out here wreaking havoc and more chaos because they're not moving anywhere. They're not going to be doing anything. They're going to be stopped in their tracks. They're going to be thrusted into a dark night of the soul. And not by choice, but by divine vengeance and divine order. Because they chose not to take accountability for themselves and their own actions, the divine is going to sit them down. The divine is going to put them in their place. Okay? We're talking about a world and a society that's gone corrupt because of these NPCs. So we can't even trust our current 3D justice system, and this is why the divine is stepping in. Our current justice system has been tainted by darkness. And this is why you see the people getting away with what they're getting away with. Because everybody's got their hand in somebody else's back pocket. So the divine will prevail. The divine always prevails. The light always wins over the dark. And here the dark is parading around with the false light, thinking that they're parading around and nobody's going to find out. But their true intentions are being revealed, come hell or high water. The darkness is losing its reign on earth. The darkness has been reigning for over 1,000 years. We've been going over 2,000 years now with the darkness. But the light will prevail. The light will always prevail. And this is why I've been speaking on this karmic energy, for them to wake up and see what they're doing to themselves. I'm trying to save their life. But I can only lead them to the water. I cannot make them drink. I don't know exactly how many other ways I can put this, because I've tried in every way, shape, or form, in every perspective for the last 2.5 years. With my prophecy to bring about this change. And the ones that choose to sit there and mock me are in for a rude awakening. The cards do not lie. The ones that chose not to heal, the ones that choose to wear a mask, their masks are being ripped off. Because the frequency is getting to a high frequency, so much so that it is exhausting them. They can no longer experience, they can no longer portray, they can no longer act. They have to stand in their authenticity. And unless they change the character of their being and their intentions, they will be looked at as a very negative frequency being. They will be revealed for who they are. And they will either have no other choice but to take accountability, or they will meet their demise. This is not something I wish on anyone, because I've warned numerous times. And not out of hate, not out of malice, but out of compassion and understanding. I've offered my services to help them elevate, and they chose to laugh at me and mock me. They chose to sabotage and ridicule and misunderstand me on purpose. And it's all on them, not me. I've done the work. And this is why I'm bringing this prophecy to the table tonight. Their life depends on it. Their immortality depends on it. And no, I did not stutter. I did say immortality. The new earth, as we raise into our frequency, our lifespan gets longer. We are going back to the time of Atlantis. This is why we are moving into the age of Aquarius, the time of enlightenment. This is the time where we move into a time of peace, a time of awareness, a time of enlightenment. This is the time where we get our magic back. This is where we get our technologies back, our spiritual gifts. This is where we fall into divine purpose. And instead of healing and calibrating and being ready for that, they will cease to exist. And it will be nobody's fault but their own. And they will have no other choice but to take their own accountability through their own intentions, through their own actions that they've taken, to not only bring chaos and illusion and emotion, I've done my best to inspire. I've done my best to open the mind and the eyes, and to prevent all of this juggling, and to prevent the chaos and the acting out of character and the disingenuousness of them taking their gifts and using them for ill use, baneful magic, baneful manifestation, only to serve their own and not humanity. Time is of the essence, collective, and we need to stay focused. We are moving through into the transition. We are midway through the shift. Moving into 2026 is going to be very evident who you will be standing with and who you will be walking away from. Your tribe, your soul tribe, your real, true soul family will be revealed to you. It will be revealed to you within the next 3 months. And those that no longer serve you will either fall behind or will be eradicated. And this is why solitude and isolation is necessary, because these certain connections, they very well could be family members. They could very well be friends. They could be people that you have a compassion for. And you need to be ready for that. And I will tell you right now, the last 5 years fiasco with the so-called human experiment was only a precursor. It was a simulation exercise. But it was a simulation exercise of a preparedness to prepare you as to what is to come with the falling out of the population, eradication of the NPCs, of the people that willingly, stupidly followed. The ones that actually had a brain, the ones that actually had discernment, the ones that actually utilized their intuition and spoke up against this last 5-6 year long circus show. You will prevail by staying consistent. You will prevail by rising above it. It's not going to be easy. But our experience here on Earth isn't really supposed to be easy. We are met with many challenges, many lessons, but it is to help raise the consciousness and the awareness of source energy. Earth is within that Goldilocks space of time and space where we get to experience a physical body. All the other planets within our solar system have life on those planets, but they reside within a different frequency. Earth is the Goldilocks planet where we actually get to see, feel, touch, smell, taste, and utilize our many different senses and abilities in the flesh, to where many other planets are looked upon within different frequencies. They have different attributes. So yes, is there life on other planets? Of course there is. Every planet in the solar system has a different form of life on it, or within it. And it just radiates on a different frequency. Some of those frequencies we cannot see. And to think that they are aliens is asinine. They are just as much as part of consciousness as we are. We just chose to come to Earth to see, to feel, to touch, to speak, to be in our physical, earthly being sovereignty. The illusion will reveal itself. It already has. But if it was to reveal itself all at once, it would be very devastating. But to stay the course and to stay consistent in raising your frequency, that's the game changer. Stay inspired. Allow your emotions to flow like the river. Let it be at the precipice and let it be the catalyst for change within your life. Let it be the courage. Let it be the strength. Let it be the flow of those tears and the emotion to bring about the release of the tension and trauma. Repent. Open your mind to new possibilities. A lot of you may be feeling that there's almost a feeling of doom. It might be a feeling of restlessness, exhaustion, and anxiety. But this is due to the overall projections of the NPCs and the negative energies, the negative entities that preside upon the earth in this dark times of the devil's reign, of the darkness reign. We were already supposed to move into the age of Aquarius, but we've been hypnotized by deception and greed for way too long. And the system that was supposed to fail a long time ago, back around 1999 and 2000, there was supposed to be an end of the world. It should have been the end of the old paradigm. We should have been aware and recognized at the end of the old paradigm. But the darkness prevailed with its deception and brought us to where we are now. But as I stated in the beginning, the light will always prevail, no matter the distraction, no matter the delay. What is divinely sovereign will always stand sovereign, universally. To be arrogant and to be ignorant is to think that these so-called elites have control over divinity is asinine. It's nothing but an illusion. For the true source consciousness has always and will always live within you, within your inner temple, despite the distractions, despite what we've been told. The light will always prevail. It is its duty to shine light on the darkness. It is its purpose. And a life full of purpose is a purpose full of life. The question is, what side are you on? Stay bright, stay bold, stay courageous, collective. And I'm walking with you. I'm standing with you. You are not alone. Together, we stand together. We prevail together. Do not lose sight. Allow your individual hearts and divine intuition to guide you, to guard you, to protect you. I want to thank you for joining me this evening. That concludes the evening message. Feel free if you'd like to get a personal reading. The link is in the bio. I am available 12 till 5, Monday to Friday, Eastern Standard Time. You get 50% off the first 15 minutes for your reading. Let me help you get into your highest timeline. I wish you a beautiful evening. Super thanks are greatly appreciated. Super stickers are greatly appreciated. Feel free to throw a donation to my PayPal if you so shall choose. Thank you so much for your time this evening. I wish you many blessings of courage, clarity, strength, and that concludes the reading. Collective, this reading even blew me away. I was kind of eerie, I was kind of wild, I was kind of unsure of what message was going to be brought out tonight. I'd like to say thank you to Spirit for helping guide me in this message tonight. I'm even blowing my own mind. If you can't be good at it, be good to yourself so that way we can be good to others. I'll catch you in the next one.